Hello YouTube fans, here again. I figured that I did the first Titters, why not? Why not? Titters 2, the main course. As I like Titters 2, again I like the art cover only on the video because again they altered it on DVD. There you got the titter holding the number 2. And I also like the back cover which never marketed a lot where you've got Up, the bounty hunter, next to Bradley Brown if you can see it there. So I like Titters 2. Apparently, I never knew this, but over the years, Titters 2 got a lot of shit on, got a lot of tass on, got a lot of hate. People said, oh, it's not as good as the first one. But this is a bit where I've got a Titter 2, right? I'm going to do a comparison. Do you want to see a sample of a shit Titters film and one that's not as good and one I think is garbage? Titters 3. It's just a remake of number 1. Okay, it's got a very long lead old Tirapio, right? Make his first appearance. If it's in that for a minute, what else has it got? It's just a remake of number 1. Titters 4, in my eyes, is boring. It is boring. You've got 2 titters. One gets killed halfway through the fucking film. Not even halfway, almost at the beginning of the film. Okay, halfway, I'll be fair. It's boring. You've got characters you don't give a shit about. You've got characters you don't hate and spies. You've only got 1 or 2 you do like. The rest of them are just morons. This, on the other hand, has a lot more going for it, and that is Titters 2. Again, where do I get off with Titters 2? A couple of years later, Natsura, because this was an 88 film, and you've got the Bounty Hunters, you've got Up, and you've got the other one. The only thing I think is funny is you bring back Tyler, and I'm thinking, how the hell did Tyler come and meet the Bounty Hunters? How did he get to meet the freaking Bounty Hunters? But, you know, I went with it. It's a film at the end of the day. And they get sent to go back to Earth because apparently, you know, it followed on their number 1 left off with the eggs, you know, the eggs from the original Titters. Again, like I said with the end of the review on the first one, I don't think they was going to do a sequel. But, you know, money talks and Moonlight in the Mars added, what the hell, let's make a sequel. Titters 2, as it says on the trailer and on the poster, the main course. So they go back and you got the eggs. And I actually like this one. This is one I would say is similarity to Demlins. Now people are going to think, well, Peter, what do you mean it's a similarity to Demlins? Well, with Demlins, it was all to do with Christmas. You know, you even had Christmas songs. With this, it was to do with Easter. That's right, Easter. Even had the Easter bunny in it. And they get the eggs, what they think of the eggs for Easter, which I've always found funny. You get eggs from an unknown thing, you don't know what the fuck it is. You're going to give them to kids for Easter to eat. But you've got these Easter eggs, and they're putting them up for Easter, and yes, we know it's the Titters. I do actually like one of the bounty hunters who transforms, you know, you've got a Playboy magazine, and it transforms to a naked woman, you know, tits and everything. And oh, how I love it. That nice to look at, but I also like the bounty hunter there, you know, she kicks ass. And they go to a taff there. Now, this is the one where I did badmouth the way they cheated Bradley Brown, because he comes back in this, a little bit doughed up, but he comes back in it. And I do admit, they treat Bradley Brown like a piece of shit. They treat him like garbage. And when you think about it, in the first Titter film, man, the Titters were more or less attacking his family. They weren't attacking any of the townies. All right, they killed maybe one that was a copper in it. But I think that was about it. I don't really remember them attacking any of the townies. It was more or less the bounty hunters who were being nuisances. But you've got the farmers treating badly like a piece of fucking dirt. And in this, when you think about it, the Titters were more or less attacking the townies more than anything else. They were. And that's what I like about Titters too. There's a lot of them in it. There's a lot. Doing that ball and you're chasing people. And again, it's just like the first one. It isn't taken that serious. You know, it has comedy and it has horror moments in it in Titters too. And that's why I like it, because it's not taken serious. I do love the bit where they go to the taffy and they're shooting the Titters and one pulls the hair off one of the Titters and that's it in subtitle, bitch. I like it. And also, because it was New Line Cinema, the same company that did the Nightmare on Elm Street films, just so a love letter to Nightmare on Elm Street, where one of the bounty hunters is about to change the form, about to change its form into Freddy fucking Krueger. Freddy Krueger, which I told us we have the poster, Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Will come out the same day. There's a little bit of me what I'd love to have seen what it would have been like. They would have had Robert Englund come into it, you know, as Freddy Krueger, but he'd be the bounty hunter, looking like Freddy. At the time, I think, you know, they either didn't ask him, or Robert Englund was either doing Elm Street 4 at the time, or he was just too beat after doing the series, or vice versa, or they just didn't fucking ask him. Because I thought it would have been interesting that, you know, Freddy versus the Titters. But it is what it is. And it's kind of sad, really, because the bounty hunter, the one that looks like the beautiful woman with the boobs, gets killed by the Titters. You know, you see it Austin, you jump all over her, and it's sort of sad because you like that. And this is what pissed me off with the Up character. Up, right, who's one of the bounty hunters, if I can tell you again. In number 4, they turn him there, it's a Tyler, you can see it because the picture's blurry. They turn Up into a complete and utter dislikable fucking prick. I'll say it again. They turn him into a total dislikable arsehole. He's an arsehole. He slaps women. He fucking double tosses you. He fucking kills people in cold blood. They make him totally dislikable. But I didn't buy up being like that, because when his mate dies in Titters 2 and he cries, because it's his mate. They've killed aliens for senseless and senseless. To see his mate, you know, turn into a flipping bone, he cries and he changes his face back into the form, you know, because with aliens who look like humans, and he changes his face into a form, and it just kind of makes you feel sad for the Up character. It does. But this is the one, right? This is the one where Tari does a lot more, because in the first one, you know, he was a boozer, he was a bit not all there, and you think he self-sacrifices himself to kill all the Titters. You know, he sounds that line in the spaceship, I'm a bounty hunter, and he jumps out and he's got a parachute on, because you don't see that until later on in the film. And again the Up character changes his form into Tara. So I never bought number 4, him being a dislikable arsehole. I just never saw it. But I do like to see where the two. The only bit I do have issues is where Up's got Tari's face and Tari comes back and they stood round staring at one another. I do admit that effect is a bit shitter. It's a bit shit because it's wobbly. You can see it's a two-way film and they're moving about next to one another. It was anyway I could cut that little bit out, I would cut it out, because I just thought the effect there was a bit shitty. You can see it was two-way fucking film, you know what I mean? But that's my only issue with Titters 2. To me, I like Titters 2. I like the ending. What it did into the third one totally fucks it up, because what happens at the ending, Tara, right, gets to be the sheriff. So it's like I said with number 1, they changed to sheriff. But it's again, even like the sheriff in it, he does a lot more in it. He shoots Titters. You know what I mean? And he does a lot more. You know what I mean? He does a lot more. And Bradley gets a dirt in it. He gets a tisser. I even like the dirt in it. You know, she's cocky, but she looks after herself. And it has a really happy, satisfying. It has a very satisfying ending, I meant to say. It has a very satisfying ending, because Tari gets to be the sheriff into the third one, totally fucked that up, which I'll get into that another time. And they drive off and they kill all the Titters. And to me, I felt that's how they should have ended Titters 2. They should have ended Titters 2 with a happy, satisfying ending. But other than that, I like Titters 2. Same with me, I even like it more than got it right. I even like it more than the first one. I like the fact they kept the original poster. They said they have a number 2 on it. And I like it more than the first one. Doesn't mean I hate the first one. I love the first one. The first one is what started it all off. But if I get a bit what I really like, Titters 2 is my favourite one. Titters 2, the main course, it's my favourite. It's my favourite. I don't think it needed a third one, but again, I can watch it as a time waster. Titters 4, as you already know, I think it's a piece of dog shit. And I'll get into that, and that will definitely be a rant, because that one is just a bore ride. This, I never got bored with it. I never got bored when Up's partner, the one with the big boobs, gets killed. I thought it was sad, because I liked her, you know. I like Bradley's girlfriend in it. She looked after her own, and okay, there's a bit of acting where it's a little bit wobbly with the acting. There's loads of them. There's hundreds, and the acting was a bit wobbly there, but The rest of the acting weren't that bad. I like there was a lad in it who was a bit of a bully and who picks on Bradley, but halfway through the film becomes his bosom buddy. And I like the characters in it, you know what I mean? I really like them. There was a bits in there I would love to have seen Bradley's mum and his dad and his sister come back, which weren't in this one, which I think is the same. But other than that, Titters 2, it's a good one. Though I never did know why it bombed. I don't know why people called it shit and Darbies and all that. You want to see a Darbies one? What's Titters for? That one is that's just boring. I'll get into that. Believe me, that will be a rant. But other than that, that's me loving Titters 2. Makes me want to love it. Makes me want to watch it now. But until then, I'll do some more movies on the way. If you like what you see, press that button, subscribe, or leave me a nice comment. Until then, be smart, be safe, and I'll see you soon.